Hello beautiful people and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm finally sitting down and reviewing the new foundation from Hourglass. This is the Vanish Seamless Finish Liquid Foundation. I know you guys have been waiting really long for me to talk about this foundation because I've been teasing on Instagram, and I'm finally here to let you guys know my thoughts. And this is like my third time recording this video. I initially did a first impressions, and then my mind changed on my opinion on the foundation, so I was like, scrap that. Then I filmed a review. I didn't like the way it finished, and I didn't like just the quality and everything like that. So listen, sometimes when you do these YouTube videos, a lot of it gets tossed away and redone. So this is what happened with this particular foundation. So here I am to talk about the foundation finally, and it is what I have on my face. As always, thank you so much for watching this video. Do not forget to press the subscribe button if you are new. It is free 99. Okay, it's going to help us out. So come join the family, and also give this a thumbs up if you enjoy these type of videos. And yeah, I'm going to quickly just jump into the demo portion of this video and then come back with all of the details and my thoughts on the foundation. Bare face, we are ready. I just have my eyebrows on. This is all Benefit products. I will link it down below. So with this foundation, I really have to prime my skin in a way that it's going to be very hydrated, because this is definitely more on the matte side, and my skin is really dry right now. Like, the winter is just killing me. So for that, I'm going to be using my Becca First Light Priming Filter. This is one of my favorite like hydrating primers that really adds moisture and glow all at the same time to my skin. So let's do this one over here. I'm going to do about 2 pumps of this product, and I love the smell of this stuff. So good. I go between this and my Bobbi Brown face base, but this one is a little bit more hydrating. It's just a little looser, the texture of it, and I find that it goes a lot better with this particular foundation. I'm actually going to take a little bit more on the forehead. And here are the new foundations from Hourglass. So I have 2 shades, golden and then golden tan. I kind of go between the both. I have been using golden a lot, and it's a pretty good match. I'm just going to swatch both of them for you real quick so you guys can see the difference between the two. So here is a swatch of golden tan. You do get a large amount when you pump these out, by the way. And then I'm going to do golden on this side. So golden is definitely warmer than golden tan. Yeah, tan has more of a yellow undertone, and then golden is a little warmer. So here are the 2 shades over here. So we have golden on this side, and then tan, golden tan on this side. So right there. So I'm going to use the shade Golden, and with this particular foundation, I do like to use a brush. I find it blends out a lot better than a beauty blender. Well, towards the end, I use a sponge just to kind of make it a little bit more one with my skin, but I find initially a sponge just makes it look too heavy on the skin, surprisingly, but the brush really blends it out nicely and smoothly. So I take about a pump and a half, like a pump and just a little bit of this foundation. So here is a pump and then a little bit more. So just that much. And you guys can see it does have more of a thicker texture. It's going down the back of my hand really slowly. Excuse the swatches over here. It's going down really slowly. So it has a bit of a thicker texture. It's not moussey or anything like that. It's still very creamy, but just on the thicker side. So I'm going to do a couple of dots on my face, just like that. And this product does say to kind of do like 4 dots, and that's enough. But on me, I find that just half a pump isn't enough coverage. I definitely do need more than half a pump. So I did about a pump and a half. And you can see a pump and a half goes a long way. Like, I still have a lot of product at the back of my hand. So even a pump and a half is actually a lot. Maybe just 1 pump is enough. And then I take the actual brush that came with this foundation, and it is sold separately. This is the Hourglass. It doesn't have a name for it, but this is their foundation brush. And I actually really like this brush to buff out this foundation. I am going to spritz my face a little bit with my Tatcha Luminous Dewy Mist, just to add a little bit more hydration. And I find this gives a little bit more slip to the foundation. And then we're going to go ahead and blend that out. And then I'm going to take my sponge and just kind of push this product into the skin in certain areas where I feel like it looks a little bit more textured. And it's mainly the center of my face for some reason. And that is where I get a little bit like dry patches. So here's my skin with the foundation. I definitely used less than a pump and a half, probably just one pump. And this is what we have. We have definitely a high, medium coverage. Skin looks nice and even. It's blended out really nicely. I do still see like my freckles over here peeking through, which is fine with me. I like that because it gives more of a natural appearance to the skin. And overall, it looks really, really nice. This, in my opinion, doesn't... how can I put this? It doesn't build up as nice as I want it to. I do feel like it starts to look kind of heavy and like on top of the skin very, very easily. And that's why initially I just like to go with that one pump and really buff it out nicely with the brush, and then go in with a nice damp sponge to just disperse everything nicely on the skin. If I was to go in with a second layer, I feel like it just looks really obvious and exaggerated on the skin. So less is more with this product for sure. You don't want to go heavy-handed or it's going to look cakey real quick. So I'm back from doing the rest of my makeup, and this is what my skin is looking like. It's been about, I want to say about 2 hours since I initially put it on, and this is what the skin's looking like with the primer and the foundation, the concealer, powder, everything, blush, highlight, all that good stuff. And yeah, you guys be the judge of what it looks like. Now I'm going to talk about the foundation. So this foundation comes in 32 different shades. The shade selection is good, but definitely can be expanded in my opinion. I feel like they can definitely bring out more dark and lighter shades within this foundation, but initially I think they did a good job in the gradation of their shade range. So there is how many? 25 ml of this foundation. So it is under the standard amount, which is normally 30. I'm assuming because they say you can use half a pump, but still because of the price point, I really wish that there was a full 30 ml in here. And this retails for $68. So it is quite on the pricey side, but keep in mind, this is a very luxurious brand. This is Hourglass. So I'm not surprised at all with the price point. And when it comes to Hourglass, I have to be honest and say that 95% of the products that I have tried out, I have really, really loved. Not just because of the name, but also the quality that they put in their product. I wear the shade Golden. I can use the shade Golden Tan, but I tend to go with Golden, and it's what I have on right now. I think the color match is really, really nice, and it is the same color match as the original Vanish Stick Foundation. They both go pretty well hand in hand. I feel like this product needs to be buffed in and worked into the skin, and a nice dense brush is amazing for that. Now I did use the Hourglass one, which I love, and I've used prior to filming this video or this foundation launch. I really do like the brush. There is this one here from NYX. This is their 37 brush, and it's a nice dense brush. It also almost has the same shape as the Hourglass, so you can go that route. Or also I have this one over here from Morphe. This is the E7, and it works just as well as this guy over here. So in my opinion, the whole half a pump full coverage, it's not really accurate. I have to use a full pump, and if full pump is definitely enough for my skin, it gives me a high medium coverage, but not a full complete full coverage, because I can still see my freckles peeking through with the one pump, and I like it like that. I feel like it looks a lot more natural on the skin, because when I try to build this foundation up, it starts to look cakey on my skin very, very fast. Now keep in mind, my skin right now is more on the dry side because of the winter time here in Canada. It's very dehydrated and it's very dry, so matte foundations don't tend to sit completely well on my skin right now, and this definitely has more of a matte finish. So I really have to hydrate and plump up my skin before going in with this guy, or it just looks way too matte and too drying on my skin. I'm going to be completely honest, but I can see myself using this more in the summertime when my skin is more on the normal combo oily side. This foundation sets itself really nicely. I don't need to powder it down at all, and I wouldn't even powder it down because it would look way too dry on my skin. So I do like the fact that I don't have to add a bunch of powders on my face. I do have to set my smile lines or it starts to crease, and this is something that happens with the stick foundation also, so I'm not surprised whatsoever. And it's something that happens with a lot of my foundations. Just a few of them don't, but for the most part the foundations does start to kind of settle on my smile lines over here, and so I have to go in with a little bit of powder, let it cook for a little bit, and then I am good to go. But everywhere else it does look really flawless on my skin. The only thing I can say is that over time I don't feel like it's a reliable foundation for me. I feel like over time, after 5 hours, it starts to separate on my skin. And that's just me to be completely honest. Now, if I do put powder on top of it, which I have tested it out with powder, it will not separate. But because I have really dry skin right now, powder is just not an option for me because my skin looks really dry. So without a powder, it starts to separate after 5 hours. With a powder, it is definitely more long lasting. I really wanted to love this foundation because I love all of the Hourglass products, but it just didn't work out on my skin type. Dry skin, it just did not work out. Now I can see this being amazing on someone who has oily skin. Guys, that is it for my review, and I hope you guys enjoyed it and learned something new and cool. I really wanted to love this product, but I wanted to be completely honest and tell you guys my experience with this foundation. I don't hate it, but it's just not my favorite because I have to do so much to make it work. Leave your comments down below and let me know your thoughts. Have you tried this out? And if you are oily skin, let us know how it worked out for you, because I am speaking for someone who has dry skin right now. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it and learned something new and cool today. Definitely give this video a big thumbs up, and I will see you guys on the next one. Ciao. Why did I do that?